So this is probably like not a new video or YouTube type idea or whatever, but I figured that it's really a fun thing for me to do and that it could really help me blow off some steam if I had a bad day, if I had a good day, I need someone to express it to. What better way to do it than with a stranger of such? Hell, to say such things to a close friend can sometimes be an awful amount of discomfort. And yes, no better than a stranger, but a stranger will always have no bias, no filtered feelings, no discomfort of the fact that you know them, you were close to them. It's nothing like that that makes a stranger much better to talk to. What am I saying? What I'm basically trying to say in general is this is idiotic expressions. This is just a basis, the intro, the foundation. It's just a ramble of my unfiltered opinions, maybe horrible opinions at that, but do as you may with what I like to ramble about or rant, vent, whatever. But I post it up here on YouTube because sometimes the discomfort of telling things to someone you know can really barge in. It's better to tell things to a stranger. I really agree. You don't know a stranger much, so you will never expect them to say this or that. You will not have any expectations of your relationships with them because they were never existed in the first place. They were a mere zero. They started out as nothing, and you only met them through what they thought about you, how they reacted to you, or even in other unexpected or expected ways. So, hi, welcome to Idiotic Expressions. My name is Julia, and yeah, I'm not necessarily gonna go about my gender. I'll just say it once. I'm a trans female. I'm I'm around 15, and I just like to do stupid things for the sake of fun. I just like to ramble about my life, go about my school life, and this is basically just, well, a teenager in her in her era where she just likes to ramble about things and talk about random aspects of life, nitpick, go about her journey or whatever. To me, it's not really much of how long the journey would be. To me, it's more so how I choose to spend it, how I decide on things, and how I make do with the time I have or the path that is carved ahead of me. Is this a rocky path? What will I do? What am I gonna do with such a short amount of time? And that's that's the thing. I'm putting time into consideration because my screen time for the present is 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's sure maybe parent type screen time, but at the same time, I actually appreciate the screen time. It helps me constrain myself from the overstimulation of screens and furthermore, and actually drives me to boredom. And I say that in a good way because to me, boredom is actually a good thing. For me, in my own way, boredom has given me strange feats, strange things to do, strange creative things to just pump around and whatever, mess about. I've been reading a lot of novels these days, and I'll tell you, a lot of them are really good. I really love books. I don't know what else to say, honestly. This is like the first episode. I didn't really have a basis for this, but the rules of the idiotic expressions are basically this. Well, I give myself a set topic. I start with a base topic all the time. And I can always drive away from the topic. I can end up rambling on something else. Just the whole entire video can go on for as long as it may. But in the end, I have to drive back to that same topic. That is the simple rule of manner. I might break these rules time to time, but that's basically a simple rule. And for now, it'll stay as that. And maybe I'll try to give myself more rules, more self-discipline as the whole entire series built along. Besides, it's just some stupid series that I'm trying out on YouTube because honestly, I need to let off some steam. School's hectic, but not too hectic where I refuse to bear it at all. I want to bear it, but every joy of it is sucked out that it's hard to enjoy it. It's hard to enjoy or bear something when you can't even enjoy bearing it. The struggle of things for me is the fun of things. The fact that I'm struggling in my own journey is so fun. I am enjoying that I'm actually finding ways to adapt to such a strange and extreme environment. I'm finding like really weird ways to do things, this and that, and yeah. Another rule I also set for myself is I'm gonna try to keep it the least script as possible. I'll maybe read off a book sometimes, I'll maybe script out an intro, but I want to keep it how it is. Idiotic expressions. It's supposed to be an unfiltered like expression of my mind and the whole entirety of it to the internet. And there might be a time where I'm gonna be overtly sexual, maybe violent, but eh, they're expressions. It's not like I'm gonna harm anyone right now. But yeah, some words can harm. For some reason, that's what 1984 did to modern US and old time Soviet Russia. And I'll be clear, I'm very like, uh, I don't like Trump. I'll get that clear. All right, we're driving away from the main topic here. This is just the intro, the basis of idiotic expressions, and it's gonna be, of course, expectedly awkward. It's like my diary. The first bit of it will always be awkward, but as it progresses slowly, it turns into a tale so reminiscent, so horrifyingly similar to a life that you may have, we both may have, you may not have, but you think of having. Maybe something that you have always dreamed about or something that you can imagine. It's a strange thing. But yeah, this is just the basis, and maybe tomorrow I'll come up with like a base topic. I do have a few already noted down, but yeah, I'll do some shameless self-plugging. I'm writing a novel, and I don't think it's necessarily a self-plug because I'll tell you, I don't really have the novel up, but whatever. Okay, so that's it right now. It's really awkward, this whole entire series, but maybe I'll get more comfortable as like I progress, as I get to it. Whatever. Goodbye, y'all.